everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Some adverse conditions greeting both teams as they take the field in what will be a very wet stadium. Rain is falling, and it's going to be interesting to see just how heavily it factors into this game. It's the Rams going up against the Buccaneers. So now let's head on over to rainy Raymond James Stadium in Tampa as we welcome in our announcing crew of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's something that Floridians are all too familiar with as the rain continues to fall here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll come out in the pistol. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. The defense here for the Rams.
It's real easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On On second down, here's Wentz. And Anderson's got it. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Here we go now. Boom, gone. No. Check, Patriot. Here we go. 3-19.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, DeMarcus Ware. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
They let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the #1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. Here's Bell, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Frank's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Working from the gun, Wentz going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at it 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That one complete to Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here we go now.
Now Wentz again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Wentz to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They come out here in the eye. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. His throw incomplete. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Red zone opportunities. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. 1 yard is a gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kobe Fleener, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They come out 5 wide, throw them to the right side. Now Kaepernick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Kaepernick now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Kaepernick to throw on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Frank's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ebron with it over the middle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He's going to rifle one deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Caught by Nelson left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
All right, here we go.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete. Flater, right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And they're going to speed things up here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Robbie Anderson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Here's Kaepernick to throw. A screen to Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, Wentz steps away to his left. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And Anderson's got it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
On second down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Back to throw. Wentz. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
All right, here we go.
He's back to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speed.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They run. It's Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off. And, hey, we've done...
Yeah, the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And they'll indeed take a knee. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly. Why?